Alrighty, welcome to my vlog, or as everybody else does, say welcome or welcome back. My name is Beth. I have the knitting handle of Bugsy the Knitter, which I've had for years. This is Trimley. He apparently needs to be a part of this. It is September the 6th, 2025, and there's a full moon tonight, and I was like, okay. I thought about going out, but then I didn't, so I was like, I'm going to record a vlog, which I think bi-weekly is probably a reasonable, he's got crap in his eyes, a reasonable frequency for me to get vlogs out. Good boy. So yeah, so here's what I'm doing. And so I'm going to go over a couple of things. I do have a finished... Stop. Please. I do have a finished object, so I have on my number 9 camisole by My Favorite Things. I got the yarn from Super Glow at Tempe Yarn and Fiber during a pop-up, I think it was like last year, and I cast it on May 9th of this year, worked on it while I went out for my niece's graduation from college, my eldest niece, and Trimley, stop. Thank you. Yep, he's a handful. So I started it and got it finished. I got it blocked last week and finally sewed the ends in. It has a really cool binding or edging, and so you have to pick up the stitches, knit them, and then cast them off, and then you sew down the edging, which like that was pretty tedious, so I had to do that with the neck and both arms. It was not something that I did all in one sitting. It took multiple takes because it was so tedious, and I was worried that it wasn't looking neat enough. But now that it's on, I really like how it looks, and especially after I blocked it out, it looked a lot better. I'm also still in the process of my, I don't know where that came from, oldest niece's romper for her baby, her youngest baby. I think this is size 6 to 9 months, and she is a ditty little baby, so there's plenty of time for her to grow into it. So yeah, so I got that done. I still need to sew the snaps on the bottom and do the little waist cinchy thing, and sew some buttons on. But so I got that done-ish. The romper called for Barocco Comfort DK. I used Sidar Snuggly. Last week I also decided to do, it was either Sunday night or Monday night since it was a holiday, and I decided to try and see, I did a live stream on YouTube, and it was like, I wonder if I can knit an entire teddy bear in the length of the Mummy movie, which I could not, apparently. So that is from Blue Sky Fibers back when they still existed. And so this is the baby Bobby bear. It's got its little butt back here. It's got its feet. And so I'm gonna work on the head tonight and then maybe get it done this weekend. So yeah, so I'm really enjoying working on that for her. I made one for my son many years ago. I never made one for my daughter. Oops. Second child syndrome going on there. I also have been making I made a viral project. So Jenny Church, she's in this random acts of knitting and crocheting kindness or something like that. And so there's a Jelly Bean, which is a plush toy brand tea bag that apparently everybody wanted to buy. And then she made a knitted version of it. It does not look done at all right now. So I got all the bits knitted for it, and then I'm going to finish that and send it to a friend for her birthday, you know, only a week and a half later. So, but that's not too bad. So that's by Jenny Church, and it's a tea bag. I've also been knitting on a random sock. I do like wearing knitted socks, and so I've been working on some. I got to the ribbing, so I did it from top down, and I did the heel turn, I was trying to do ribbing through the heel turn, and I've lost some stitches somewhere, so I'm down to 59 from 60. So I'm planning on actually like ripping back up and just carrying the ribbing down on the top part of the sock, because I don't know what happened there, but it just doesn't look nice. So it's just kind of like a self-drafted, like typical sock pattern with 60 stitches, but I really don't like how the ribbing does not flow together. I don't know where I messed up, but I don't care enough to do the math. I'm just going to rip it back. But I got off with the K2 P2, and so then when I'm decreasing, it got weird. And then I ended up with like 4 Ks in a row. So that was interesting. I don't have any garments on the go. Well, that's a lie. I started to knit this, I don't remember when, and it was probably like last year. But so I decided that I didn't like it anymore, so I started to rip it out, as evidenced by there not being a needle here and this. But then I was talking to a friend on the phone the other night, and I put it on, and I decided I actually do like it. So that's the Ravello sweater. It's my second one of those. So now I'm going to fix it and put the stitches back on the needle, put this needles, this arm stitches back on needles, and then finish it. But so that was weird because I really fell out of love with it. And then when I tried it on last week, I was like, oh, it's not that bad. So I'm going to keep working on it. I don't have any acquisitions, which seeing some of my recent blog posts, I've done a decent amount of like yarn purchasing this year. I don't need to buy any more yarn, and I still have a vlog I need to record for another haul that I got that has not yet been assimilated into my stash. But there is a new yarn store coming, opening up I think it opened yesterday it opened today in Scottsdale, Arizona, called the Yarn Parlor. And so I'm gonna have to like go and support the local yarn store, right? The new local yarn store. We already have Tempe Yarn and Fiber. We have Phoenix Knits. Oh, we have another one in downtown Phoenix that I haven't been to yet either. But we really have enough yarn stores now to go on a legit yarn crawl. And there's one up close to Wickenburg, I think, and a couple down in Tucson. So yeah, no acquisitions. I did, as far as training goes, I did have a little bit of an injury last Sunday at Open Mat as my first round. It wasn't too bad, but I decided to play it safe, and I stopped during that round because it hurt. And so, which is so weird. I like legit first round was like, ow, that hurt, and decided not to push through it, and came home and like iced myself at this injury point and I spent so many hours on this couch. I typically don't spend that much time sitting on my butt, but unless I'm working, but I spent a lot of time on the couch that day. Then I did a private pad session on Monday. I did kickboxing class on Tuesday. I did some weight training and a little bit of a bike ride by myself on Wednesday. Thursday was a rest day. I did strength and mobility on Friday. My female coach, the silver-haired ninja, Angie, who has been featured in a lot of my shorts my shorts on YouTube, but then also on my Instagram account. She is really busy. She's a black belt at Ethos Martial Arts, close to Queen Creek or in Queen Creek. And so she has taken a step back from personal training at this time, which made me very sad because we love her and my daughter. Me and my daughter, not her and my daughter. Anyways, but so now Mikey, who owns or is one of the owners of Ignite, where I've been training, he's going to be doing my strength and mobility. And so we did some really cool stuff yesterday. I really thought it was so weird because I did a walk and talk session in the morning, and then I did normal in-person sessions, and then I ran across town. It's about a half an hour drive to do strength training, and then we started talking a little bit, and I showed him some of the stuff with like the InBody app that I use, and time got away from me. I was like, oh my goodness, I'm not going to have time to like go home and shower and let my dog out. So I ended up having to go straight back to my office, changing in my office back into my clothes that I'd worn all morning after doing a walk and talk session, so those didn't smell good either. I had some baby wipes for my daughter in the car. It's not my proudest moment. And so then I worked until like 6:30 or 7 last night, and I was so grateful to take a shower. I felt like my skin was just disgusting. So I need to plan more time. So yeah, I feel like all I do is like shower and change my clothes and look for more clothes. and then wash the clothes and put them away. Actually, I don't really put them away. That's a whole process, but I'm working on it. So that was training for this week. I've got a lot of training planned for this week, a little less work, which I think would be good. I'm going to do some meal prep / ingredient prep tomorrow. And so I got my kitchen all cleaned up today, so that's ready to go. I'm going to try and get my laundry caught up tonight and tomorrow morning, so then I'll be good for the week and not run out of sports bras again. I always need more sports bras. Let's see, I baked some shortbread to go in some care packages for people this week, and including my friend whose birthday is coming up, but if she watches this tomorrow, hi Kendra, happy birthday. And I've been building Lego. I finally started working on some of the sets that I've bought, and I've been building the Lego bonsai tree, and that's going to be displayed in my room, my bedroom / office / crafting space when I'm done with it. Look, he calms down after a bit. So yeah, what I've got planned next, I'm going to take this guy for a little bit of a walk, get my bike ready for a bike ride tomorrow, and then I'm planning on knitting until I go to bed because it's Saturday night. What else would one be doing? So yeah, I put some more videos up of like some old like training stuff of me hitting pads with Fight Farms TJ. And so as every YouTuber person says, you know, feel free to like and subscribe and hit the little notification thing so you can see random bi-weekly vlogs. Maybe at some point I can, after I try and get consistent with bi-weekly, then maybe I can try and do weekly, but who knows. Next time I plan on talking a little bit about some of the Christmas knitting that I'm planning on doing. So I'm really excited about that, and I still have to finish planning out the Christmas knitting that I'm going to be doing. So yeah, hope this was fun. If you have any questions, you can put them in the comments. I'll try to link some of these patterns, but I'm pretty bad at that. I did actually spend a little bit of time over the last couple of days starting to update my Ravelry, which is like dismally is pretty out of date. So yeah, thanks.